Let me make a paint layer here too. If this thing is alphabetized, then it should be in here. This one. There it is. Just double click on that, and I should get this weirdness brush in here. There we go. Look at that. Nasty looking. And I want this guy to be, like, you see the edge right here, so I can't go too far. I need this guy to be really sharp. So I'm gonna try to do hardness all the way up. I still see that it's giving me opacity issues there, so we're gonna have to do some things afterwards. I don't know. That might be a pressure thing though too. So if I'm doing my pressure with a mouse, then it shouldn't, and you know, cause too much trouble. I also want a straight line here too, so I'm gonna click on this right here and just drag it on out. And I need to make sure that I'm also painting in white. So I'm guessing I wasn't in white. Let's try this again. Click and drag. Okay, not that great looking. Now that I'm seeing it, we need to play with the spread of this thing. It's got like the size jitter. I don't know if going up with it helps out any. Let's take the spacing down too, just a little bit, so we have less spacing. Okay, that helps out a little bit more, I guess. I'm just gonna lower the size of this thing though. Do like a straight line with it. Play with that minimum size setting there. Okay, this is getting better. All right, let me get some like bigger splotches in there now. Not too much. I just don't want this thing like tiling. And like, you know, giving me the same detail over and over again. And I'm gonna hit X and then just like start painting out this stuff now. Kind of get some weird edge wear in here. Just kind of draw a straight line into this stuff and chop this stuff up. I'm not seeing any grays in here, so that's good, but I'll still do a sharpen on this material so I'm not getting any grays in there. And I want this thing to kind of sharpen up at the ends. That's better. Okay, so this is gonna be like my little edge wear for wood. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to add a levels node in here because I think I do still kind of see some. I think I still see some grays in here that are not making me happy. And actually, this is messing with my opacity, I think. Let me work with the levels real quick. I'm going to, thanks autosave. Let's just look at the mask itself first. Click on the levels. I'm gonna play with this thing till I find what I like. But I think what I'm leaning towards is like grabbing my stuff. And then once I'm satisfied, I pull all my stuff to one point there. We'll get something like this happening where I have no grays anymore. It's just sharp white and sharp black in the mask. That's what you want. And this fill node here is going to, I have opacity working for me. I need to turn opacity off though. Let's some of my stuff because I'm getting too close to my I'm getting too close to my other shapes here. There we go. Shape tool. I'm just gonna paint out full hardness. Am I in black or am I in white? I'm in black, okay. So I just need to paint out some of this stuff happening here. Or paint it in. Okay, so it was a little backwards there. What happened? Spacing. I think I have size jitter too, that I need to bring that back out. Angle, yeah, size jitter, there we go. That should have smoothed things out, I don't know why. Why is it doing that? Okay, I just need to get my brush back. Basic hard, there we go. That's all I needed. Just a little basic hard in there. Get my white, just make sure I'm not cutting out my planks there. It's gonna be important for me to have this space though, or else those maps are not gonna work if my opacity is conflicting with each other there. There we go, that should do it. Don't take from my planks. All right. Now that I have that there, let's go back up to that area. I think I'm getting some of these guys in here that shouldn't be in here. So, you know, keep your stuff away from the edges there. I guess that one's cool. I want little tiny flicks in there, but nothing too crazy. Honestly, if it doesn't make it as part of the map, then it'll get chopped out. No worries. Okay. Now I can do anything inside this folder and it'll keep inside that mask. So that's the beautiful part about that. I can come over to base color and I can grab like this same wood base color. Do I want it darker or do I want it lighter? You know, maybe I want this thing to be darker like moss. Or maybe moisture absorption, I don't know. I probably want this thing like going into height a little bit. So I'm gonna lower the height down so it's kind of cutting into it. Roughness is probably gonna be pretty high because it's wood. Maybe I'll make it a little shiny because it's like the moisture ring around it. Metallic, it's not metal. I don't need normals. AO can be a little bit darker, I guess. I don't know. We have some freedom to do some things in here. Now let's say for instance I want like a little rim. I'm going to I'm gonna duplicate this guy first. Let's duplicate. And now I'm going to copy this mask. I'm gonna put it in here. Paste into mask. And I'm gonna try, let's get like a brighter color in here first so I can see what I'm doing. Just raise up the value in it. So I'm gonna try to do like a rim of wetness on the inside. Come to the mask though, and now I'm going to do like a blur. We're still inside the mask. Put a filter in here. Find blur. Let's see if this kind of works for me here. It's going to increase the blur intensity. I don't really see that. It's not blurring the right way for me, honestly. Maybe I need to adjust the levels. Let me turn the blur off. Let me adjust the levels here because I want it to be thinner now. So maybe what makes my mask thinner and thicker? Probably coming more towards the white. So go to the white a little bit more. And there we go. Now I've got like a little rim of that moisture going on there. We can play with it a little bit more now. Bring it tighter in maybe. Yeah. Oh, not too much. This is kind of how I can soften it, I guess. Just working with the levels here. There we go. And the blur just obliterates it, so let's just get rid of the blur. Nice and sharp detail there. So now it's going to look like I have a little bit of moisture on the inside of this ring, but then this is going to be the harder stuff. So now I can play with that material a little bit more. Let's make the more rough, like go full roughness on it probably. Height, I probably don't want it to be to affect the height too much. Just a little. Let me just reset this. Let's go back to 0 on this guy. And just give it a little bit less height. Slightly less. Okay, that should do it. And you see it alphaing out right there, right? Like it's not just a flat texture. It's going to be a sticker that I'm just going to put, and I can bend that sticker around a corner too to be like a corner detail. So it doesn't have to just be a flat sticker with you guys. You can bend things around corners too. It's called that's what a real like trim sheet is about, really, is like putting edge wear on things. Okay, and now we can do like a little grunge on top of it too. Let me make another fill layer. Black mask, let's put a grunge in there. This one's actually pretty nice. Let me put a fill in this. Put it in there like that. Scale it a little bit so we're getting some good details in there. Let's see what this guy looks like. Yeah, that's too much scaled. I want some more contrast in this too. This guy's just really weak. Crank the contrast up in there. I don't want this thing being too crazy, so I'm just going to grab a color. Maybe we get a little bit of extra height from this. I want this thing to just be a multiply. Well, that didn't help, actually. Let's just do an overlay. Or a screen? Something. There. I think screen works, that's nice. And I'm actually gonna put it beneath. No. I still think opacity needs to go down just a little bit. And that goes with height too. Like I don't want the height to be too crazy. It's gonna lower the opacity on the height too. All right, and you know, now I've got a little bit of edge wear in there. That's what I'm just gonna call this wood edge. And then everything inside my folder is pretty much designated for that folder. So I'm keeping it a little bit organized. This guy's a little bit shiny. Let's take that down a little bit more. But still put a little bit of shine in there. And I could pull a little bit of AO out of it. I think it's already doing that. Not too bad.